Hello and welcome to my YouTube video. It is Monday, the 1st of February. Wow, 1 month gone already in 2021. So, what are we going to talk about today? Well, I thought you might want to know a day in the life of a property investor in the UK in lockdown and everything else that's going on. What is happening and what am I doing? I don't often shout about what I'm doing. I'm very excited about about the market. I'm really pleased that we're not seeing a massive crash, although I do think we will see something come, but it's nothing as bad as what was first thought. So, what have I been doing? Well, in the last couple of months, I've taken on 2 rent-to-service accommodations. One is with my son, and one is with my son and some business partners who we're very close to, and they've gone really, really well. So I can say that the one that we took on initially back in, I think it was late November, December, that is now fully booked for 3 solid months, which is fantastic. And so when you've got that done and you do it the right way, then it's really good. And we've taken another one on, and from day one we've got it booked out for nearly a week straight away. And my son is a bit of a genius. What he's done, he's listened to Lesley, and my son and his partner Carol, they're really, really clever and proactive in what they do. So what Jack does to get us fully occupied is listen to what Lesley said and taking certain tips, and he uses those tips to get our properties up the top in whatever area they are in. And that's a really good thing. Now you're going to say, Trevor, what are those tips? What are those tips? I'm sorry, I'm not going to tell you, because the thing is that Lesley's brilliant at what she does. She has about 50 units and they're all full and everything. It's brilliant. So, education is very important, and doing it the right way. Lesley is going to be making an online course on rent to service accommodation, and I suggested when that comes out, I think she's going to be making that in the next few weeks. But when it's ready, queue up and grab it, because there's no one better than Lesley to teach you how to do it properly. And not only that, but some mentees of ours have gone on, and we're waiting for lockdown to stop, and then we can interview them. But listen, I'm not kidding, guys, that you will not believe their annual turnover and their profits within 12 months of being with us. It is phenomenal. I'm not going to say too much about it because I want Lesley to get the credit. She's been fantastic. But when you see probably a series of videos them explaining what's happened, even in lockdown, they've managed to block them out. However, there's a lot of people, and we've seen it, and if you're a service operator and you're thinking of chucking your properties away and getting rid of them, handing them back to the landlords, if it's rent to service accommodation, give us a shout. We might take it on. If it's in the right place and the right money, we may well take it on, because we have a lot of confidence, and no matter where we are, we do have certain criteria that we look for certain locations. Again, I'm not going to go into that, but that's how we make it successful, is to listen to Lesley, follow that advice, and cleaning is second to none. We scrub it. We do what's called a COVID clean, and when we have little things in the houses that we have which say a lot, and we know we have repeat clients, we normally get 10 out of 10 on all our reviews, and it is great because we want it as a great experience. And some of the service accommodation properties we've been about have not been the cleanest. And yes, I'm there helping my son, scrubbing away and making it clean, etc. So that's a couple of things. And I think we're taking another service accommodation in Cambridge within the next month, and probably more will come. Okay, so that's one thing. I made an offer on a house just over a week ago. It was someone that I knew through golf, so it didn't go on the market. It's on the market now, but I got first dibs. I'm going to show you a little bit on my board. So some of you have seen my board work before, but here's my board. So let me just show you. Look, the purchase price was £215,000 you wanted. 215. What I wanted to do is I wanted to buy it at, and I offered 195. Okay, why? Well, the idea, it's a beautiful house. We want to turn it into 2 apartments, all right? 2 apartments, that's what we want. So we would spend, with buying costs, with stamp duty, because we have to pay 3%, that's nearly £6,000, and legal costs and survey, you know, you've got to add to this number for that legals, stamp, everything. We'd call it £8,000, all right? So to buy it, it was going to cost us £203,000. That's it. We've got the conversion costs, and I will include the professional fees and everything, just for the sake of keeping this video a bit shorter. But we're going to say that would cost us £40,000 to do it. All right. That comes to 243. Finance, got to remember finance. I'm going to exaggerate a little bit. We're going to call it 7,000. So all in £250,000. Okay, that's it. So what will the 2 flats be worth? The 2 flats, we truly believe, will be worth minimum 320. There's one on the market there, £170,000 for an apartment in that road. There, 320. What is 75% if you're going to value? It comes down to £240,000. That's how much we could get on a mortgage. So if you take that and that means if we bought it at that price, we will only have £10,000 left in. All right, this will be making a profit of around about £500 to £600 per month, £6,000. If you look at that, that's a 60% return on my money for, you know, on a 12-month basis. I got turned down. They wanted 210. 210 means I'm leaving £25,000 in the deal. Don't want to do it. And I'm very clear on what works for me and what doesn't. Although it's a lovely house and I think it's going to go up in value, the flats may be worth a little bit more, but I think you've got to be realistic. Some of the lenders and the valuers are starting to value down a little bit. They're a little bit cautious. And that seems to be a little trend at the minute. Valuers are just starting to be a bit more cautious with their valuations. So because we couldn't agree, no emotion, out we go. So what else have I got going on? I've got 2 projects in with planning at the minute, or with architects, just about to go to planning. We've got a final meeting tomorrow, and one just waiting back for some costs coming on another. One is a house turned into 4 apartments. Another one is knocking down an existing building and creating a large restaurant with a basement and 7 apartments on the top. That's a really exciting one. So, you know, there's that. And I've got other things. We've put an offer in for a house in Cambridge at 525. They came back, they wanted 590. Again, completely off market. It's got an area there where we know we can build a house on the land. That's why they wanted an increased 590. They've come back and they've said 530. So now we're just going through the process. We're just making sure we can go through and it all works. Now we're finalizing. Won't have a problem with 530. So I think that will be another one that we buy. And we're even talking about how to use both houses most effectively, whether it's HMO or service accommodation or a mixture, 1-on-1, etc. So we're going to look at that. The other thing with my son Jack, Jack is a master builder. He's an incredible carpenter. He loves problems. He loves solving problems. You know, one of his hobbies is to strip engines down, and he wants to buy a kit car with me and for us to put it together. You know, it's a crazy thing, but he loves that. He loves everything, all detail things. So we set up a refurb company, and I think we've now doing a quote for about 3 jobs, quite big jobs. One is converting a large house. It used to be 2 houses many years ago, and converting it back into 2 houses and fully decoration. So another kitchen, another bathroom, etc., these sort of things. Very exciting. And there's more. There's absolutely more. I'm going to see this week a property that a contact has, and they want to buy it and turn it into a 9-bed HMO with ensuite. With all these things going on, and with service accommodation and the cleaning, we've been looking at cleaning. It's been incredible education in going into a different area of property. I always said I wouldn't go into rent to rent, honestly. I did rent to rent a long time ago. Don't really like it. And then now with my son and his partner, we're going down this road, which is quite interesting. And I'm learning a huge amount, although I'm not doing the running of it, if you like. But just the cleaning. One of the places we got, which is a one-bed flat, we got a cleaner because we were away. We got a cleaner to do the turnaround. So they actually put sheets in and they did the cleaning in the place, £60. Oh, that's a fortune, you know, for one night. We're not getting a huge amount of money on that one. So that's a big chunk of your profit. So when you get paid, then there's commission and there's everything else goes out. You don't make a lot of profit, £60. So we've been examining all of this and saying, well, look, you know, can we get a lockup somewhere where it's got water and electricity, and we could easily set up and create employment? I know we could tap into a market that is easily, £50,000, £100,000 a year, and I think we could cut the costs of those things. And that's just cleaning linen. Okay, actually cleaning, we can tap into a market over 100,000 straight away. So that's a really interesting thing. So again, what are we doing? We just keep looking and examining. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? It also brings to management. We have a lettings agency and now an estate agency. So I'm going now to see properties where people want to sell properties. If you want to sell a property in the UK, come to us. We're really, really good. We'll do you a great deal. We'll market it. We're on all of the platforms on Rightmove, etc., and we can really help you. The way we dress it up and everything, the service that we give you, would be second to none. It'd be really good. But these are some of the things that we're looking at. We are looking at portfolios now. Some people have got portfolios. I did meet a gentleman in London. He had a portfolio, I think it was 4 or 5 rent-to SAs, which he bought. He lost £70,000 in total. Why? Because he didn't have the skills to run it, okay? And that comes through hard training, knowledge, and implementing things. I know how hard it is when my son is doing the Airbnb, the Booking.com, and the other ones, and and platform managers and all this. And some of it's really frustrating because he does it. He says, "Oh, it's not gone on again." And someone would know what I'm talking about. But it's perseverance which makes success. So look, guys, what am I saying? This is the time not to sit back and say, woe be me. It's a time to push forward and say, what can I do? What can I do? And that's constantly what I'm doing. I've got a meeting tonight with a business partner, and we are discussing a brand new network marketing system which is coming into this country. It's just arrived. Not many people know about it. I don't know much about it, but my business partner says you've got to go into it. Now, if you're interested in network marketing and something which is new, because it's always good to get at the beginning, and you'd like to come in the team with me, let me know. Send me a message, a private message, and tell me why. Don't just say, yes, I want in. Tell me why you want to be in my team and what you can bring to the table. All right. So again, it's something that fits really well with property and management and everything. So if you're in property and you want to have an opportunity to get into a team with me, bit of network marketing, which looks to be really good. It's not one of those things you're selling products all the time. It's service related, and we're going to look at it tonight, and I'll probably sign up, and then I want to build my team. So if you're interested and you want to make some money, and remember, network marketing, you only make money if you work hard. Guys, have a great week. I hope you enjoyed my video. Please share, comment, etc. And tell me what you're doing. I'd love to know what you're doing, your successes, your losses. If you've got trouble, let me know. Lastly, what have I done this week? It looks like I've certainly secured £250,000 in cash, which I should have available in the next 4 or 5 weeks. And I think we've secured another £200,000. This is, and there's a lot more that's secured, but it's sitting there. I'm waiting for projects. So if you've got any projects which I can take, I won't be sharing it with you, but if you see any projects, you might get a finder's fee. Let me know, but it has to be a project that I can flip out. So that means that I buy it. All right. I spend all my money. And if you want a quick one, look, this is the sort of thing that I want. Okay. Just nice and easy for you. This is the sort of project. So it doesn't matter about the price. If it's 500,000, don't worry, I'm happy. But this is it. Let's suppose purchase price, right? Purchase price 100. Stamp and legals. Let's just call that £5,000. all right? My refurb, all right? Say it's a refurb. Now, I don't mind, I've converted it into flats, I really don't mind. But let's say the refurb is £20,000. That is 125. I've got finance, although I've got no, I can do it cash. But let's say all in, it's £130,000. Now, what has that got to be worth? That now, which is called GDV, gross development value, what's the cost it has to come up to? Well, remember, I don't want to leave any money in. So if I now go to 100, and if it's now worth 180,000, 75% of that is now worth, what is it? I think it's 135, all right? That means my mortgage will be that. With fees, I can take all that out. I have zero money left in the deal, and now I can move on with all my cash and go on. Have something like that, whether it's 2, 3, 4, 500,000, let me know. I'll be very interested. Guys, have a wonderful week. God bless you. Bye-bye.